Hello all, welcome to Paritranaya. In this class, we shall discuss about another very important organization, that is Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries. So why this organization is important, especially for India? Because India is import dependent with respect to oil. So when it comes to oil, hardly around 10 to 15% of the oil is extracted within India, and rest close to 80 to 85% we import it from other countries. So the countries from where we import, so majority of those countries, they have got together and they have formed an organization. So that organization, we call it as OPEC, Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries. So that's why this organization is very important from exam point of view as well. Okay, as it is important for India, so repeatedly it appears in the newspaper. So hence it is also important from exam point of view. So when it comes to examination, so they often focus on what the members of that particular organization. It will focus on the secretariat or the headquarters, and it will also focus on the functions. Okay? It will focus on the functions. So let us try to look into this OPEC. So what are its objectives? So its objective is to coordinate and unify petroleum policies among the member countries in order to secure. So first we need to understand what petroleum policy, or what are the petroleum policies. Next we will be later on studying about the member countries as well. Now petroleum policies indicates the amount of crude oil that they have to extract for sale. So this is an example of petroleum policy. So how much we should charge for a barrel of crude oil? Again, this is a petroleum policy. So these policies are decided by them collectively by involving all the members. So that's why it is called as OPEC, Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries. So they will formulate the policy with respect to petroleum. So it may be with respect to the amount of extraction, or it may be with respect to prices. So now this has an impact on India. If the price of the crude oil increases, if the price of the crude oil is increased by OPEC, then in India petrol will become costlier. And if the price is reduced by OPEC, then in India also petrol and diesel will become cheaper. Also at the same time, if OPEC reduces the amount of production of crude oil, that also will have negative impact on India. So in India, prices of petrol and diesel will increase. Similarly, if OPEC increases the production of crude oil, so it will have a positive impact on India, because it will have a positive impact on the price. So that's why OPEC, it becomes very important for India. On India's domestic prices of petrol and diesel, so we'll have an influence of OPEC's decisions. Okay, so what kind of policies OPEC forms, so based upon that it will have an impact on India. So from that context, OPEC is a very, very important organization from India's point of view and also our exam point of view. So here, when it formulates the policies, when OPEC makes the policies, it takes into account three different things. One is the interest of the petroleum producers. So who are petroleum producers? The members of OPEC. For example, it may be Saudi Arabia, or it may be Iraq, or it may be Iran. So all these members, okay, so they are petroleum producers. So when they produce petrol, when they extract petrol for sale, so they should also have some kind of profit. So that profit should be fair enough. So when they are formulating the policies, they will ensure that the prices that these producers get, that is fair enough. Okay, so this thing they will take into account while formulating the policy. Similarly, they'll also take into account the interests of consuming nations as well. For example, we can take India as an example. India is a consuming nation, so it will import petrol from or crude oil from the OPEC countries. So when it is importing, so it should also have positive impact on India. If the prices become too much high, then it will be difficult for India to import. So that's why when they are formulating the policies, they should also take into account the concerns of consuming nations as well. So whatever the policies they are formulating, it should be efficient, it should be economic, and it should also ensure regular supply of petroleum to consuming nations. Okay. Now supposedly, if OPEC reduces the amount of production of crude oil, then the regular supply will be affected. So that should not happen. So when it is formulating the policy, it should take into account the concerns of the consuming nations as well. And also, it should ensure fair return on capital to those investing in the industry. Now, just with the help of crude oil, will not be able to run industries or even automobile sector. So this crude oil has to be filtered out. It has to be segregated into diesel, petrol, and so on. So for this, again, we require what? Investment. So industrialists, when they invest in this industry, they should also get a fair profit. Okay. So when they are formulating the policies, they will take all these various things into account. It is interest of the producers, interest of the consumers, and also interest of the investors or the industrialists. So by taking all these things into account, they formulate the policy. So this is very important. Next important point from the exam point of view is member countries. Okay, so we'll be looking into the member countries as well. So who all are members? So here I have segregated the members based on region. Africa, so these are the countries which belongs to Africa. So these are the countries which belong to Middle East, and from Latin America we have one country, Venezuela. So here we have Algeria, Libya, Nigeria, Gabon, Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Angola. From Middle East we have Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, UAE. From Latin America, Venezuela. And also we'll be looking into its secretariat or headquarter. So it is located in Vienna, Austria. So it was founded in 1960 in Baghdad. Okay, again very important. So a question can be asked whether it was formed recently or many years back. So approximately it was formed in 1960 in Baghdad by the following 5 founding members. So even this point is important. Who all are founding members? Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela. So they are founding members. All the other members which whom I have represented here, so they joined the OPEC later on. Okay, they joined OPEC later on. Now, from exam point of view, especially they focus on the members of OPEC. So that's why it would be better if we are able to locate the members on the map. So let us try to locate them. Okay, so here Algeria, so all these countries on Africa are represented like this. So here we have Algeria, Libya, next Nigeria, Gabon, Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Angola. So these are the countries of Africa. Next, when it comes to countries of Middle East, we have Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, UAE. So these are the countries of Middle East. So apart from Africa and Middle East, we also have one country in Latin America. So this is a Venezuela, which is present in Latin America. So there are no countries in North America which are part of OPEC. Okay, again important point to note. Next, another interesting thing to note here is, so when it comes to secretariat, it is located in Vienna. But where is Vienna located? In a country, Austria. Where is Austria located? In Europe. So whether Austria is member of OPEC? No, Austria is not member of OPEC. But despite that, the secretariat of OPEC is located in Austria. That is specifically in a city called as Vienna. So this is also very important point to note. So these are all the important aspects related to OPEC and also important from the exam point of view. So similarly, in the forthcoming classes, we will be discussing about the other important aspects related to other important organizations from exam point of view. For all our forthcoming classes, forthcoming discussions and updates, subscribe to our channel and hit on the bell icon. Thank you.